Hey guys, welcome to Fly Paintball.
Paintball on the fly.
Hey guys, welcome to Fly Paintball. This is Michael, and today I'll be doing the review on the Dangerous Power G3. I'm going to start off with some general things about the marker. It's claimed to be the simplest of markers. It has 2 moving parts and 6 O-rings. Pretty simple. It weighs under 2 pounds. It operates on a mere 180 psi, and it is a spool valve gun. To start off the review, I'm going to talk about the box. I got the gun. It came in this box, and I wasn't too pleased with it. It's a cardboard box. Looks like you get like a pair of rollerblades in it, and it's pretty cheap. So I wasn't too pleased with the box. So you open the box up, and it comes with the manual and the warranty card. Now the manual, I'll talk a little bit about it. It's a poster, and some of you might think it's pretty cool, you know, hang up a picture of your gun on the wall, but I wasn't too pleased with it because this is what you look at when you take it apart. And you know, with a manual, I like something small, you know, that I can take around with me, easy to read, has a table of contents, and this doesn't have that. It's kind of hard to find things on it, and it's inconvenient, especially if you're at the field, you need to troubleshoot your marker. You don't want to have to pull out a poster to do it. You want something small and easy to read. So I didn't like the manual very much. So you open the box up, you take out the foam that your marker comes in, and you have, you know, a barrel condom, O-rings, Allen keys, you know, the standard with the box. So the box isn't great, but you know, it's not too bad. The gun definitely makes up for where the box misses. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the gun and then go into some pros and cons. The gun comes with a clamping feed neck, a 14-inch barrel. It has an optic trigger, and the programming board uses dip switches. Now, if you don't know what dip switches are, get an old Spider electronic gun, and you'll figure out what it is. It has an on-off ASA with the little flip switch, which is really cool. It has the adjustable trigger. It's a 2-point adjustable trigger, and it comes with eyes and detents, easily accessible by this panel right here. Pretty simple design overall. So some pros about the gun. It's a light, fast gun. It's capable of 25 balls per second out of the box with the stock board. Now that's pretty amazing considering, you know, this is a gun in the $300 price range. Not a lot of guns, actually no guns that are in that price range come stock to shoot that fast. So that's really cool. Maintenance on this thing is a breeze. Like it said, you know, 2 moving parts, 6 O-rings. There's not a lot that can go wrong with this gun. You know, to maintenance the bolt, you just unscrew this little back cap, pull it out, lube it up. It's really easy on maintenance. I definitely suggest it to a younger kid if they don't want to mess with cleaning their gun too much. It's a great gun in terms of maintenance. It has an amazing ASA. This is a patent-pending ASA that Dangerous Power came up with, and it's great. It has like no twisting parts. I've never had anything wrong with it. It's just really cool and convenient to just flip a switch and have your gun aired up. So that's really cool. Another thing is this gun is, you know, $300 and it comes with an on-off ASA. No other gun in that price range does that, and that's just really cool that Dangerous Power would, you know, think about their customers that way, and not charge them extra for an aftermarket part. So that's really cool. Another thing that I liked is the feed neck does not require tools to tighten it. With a lot of other feed necks in this price range, you have to use an Allen key to screw it in, and this one just has the thumb screw and the clamp, so it's really convenient and easy to do. Simple operation, the dip switch board. I'm not too thrilled with the dip switch board, but you know, it is simple if you're a younger player. It's easy to pick your program or your setting with the programming board. It uses this is what it looks like in the manual, and it just uses the different combinations with the dip switches to decide what mode you're in, so that's pretty cool. And finally with the pros, it's small and comfortable. You know, I like the way this thing feels in the hands. It's very small and light, but it also feels like you have a good hold of the gun. Even players with bigger hands. Tristan holds this gun and he loves it, and he has bigger hands. So if you're a bigger guy and you're thinking about getting this gun, definitely hit Tristan up and ask him how he feels about holding it and what he suggests about it. So those are the pros of the gun. The cons, not too many, but I'll just go ahead and talk about them. The feed neck. I know I said I like the clamping feed neck in terms of the no tool operation, but I think it's a little too low profile for me. I use a rotor, and I have difficulty putting my rotor on this thing. It just moves around a lot, and I always have to, hold the gun with this hand or have someone else hold it while I put the hopper on. So I think, in my opinion, it's too low profile feed neck. I think they can make it a little bigger, and it wouldn't really take away from performance. It feels cheap in the hands. When you take it out of the box, I wasn't too thrilled with the box being cheap, and I take the gun out of the box and it really feels like you're holding a piece of plastic. It doesn't feel like it's metal, and I know that could kind of be a good thing because it is durable, yet it feels like plastic, but that's not really something, that's not the feel that you want when you take your new gun out of the box. The macro line. In the box, the macro line doesn't come attached to the gun, and when I was putting on this thing, it was actually too long and it caused the macro line to bend a little bit, so I had to cut it, and I cut it kind of wrong and it leaked a little bit until I tweaked it. So it would be more convenient for them to give you the gun with the macro line attached to it. It's hard to push the button in the back with the trigger. I know this is kind of a dumb thing, but I have to use my thumb to press it in on the back, and when you have gloves on, it just makes it more difficult to turn your gun on. So that's one thing that you might want to change. The guy that helped me with this review has a mod video of how to fix that problem, so definitely check that out. There will be more information on him at the end of the video. Let's see, what else? The regulator had some problems. If people over tighten it, the reg seat breaks and it screws up your consistency with your shot. It actually makes it almost impossible to have a good shot with this gun. Dangerous Power knows of the problem. If you have this problem, if you tighten it too tight, go ahead and give customer service a call. They can fix it for you. But I've never had a problem with it. I'm sure most of you haven't, but just a heads up, if you have a problem with your consistency with your shots, go ahead and check out your regulator seat in your regulator, and that could be the cause of the problem. The trigger. Trigger feels really cheap on this gun. I'm sorry for saying that this gun feels cheap. By no means is the gun cheap. It's the feeling of the gun that I get. It's a 2-point adjustable trigger. It has a little bit of side-to-side play, and it is shooting on the optic board. It's not terribly hard to shoot. Check out the shooting video that I put up, and it shoots actually pretty good for an optic trigger. So I just didn't like the feel of the side-to-side play with the trigger. And finally, it is kind of loud and kicky for a spool valve gun. Shooting this thing for the first time, I thought it was going to shoot smoother, and it didn't. Not a big deal, but just it's what I expected. It wasn't what I expected, so it kind of threw me off, but not a big deal. So final thoughts on this gun. It shoots great for an optic trigger gun. If you're going to get this gun, get a new board. I've heard some things about the 3-shot burst being difficult to play with in PSP mode. If you get a new board, it'll take care of that problem, and you'll be able to play in tournaments of all sorts of formats. So definitely get a new board for the gun. It's a good step-up gun for a beginner paintball player. It's good for a novice tournament player if you change the board out, and it's a good gun overall. I definitely recommend it. You won't be disappointed with this gun, and really it's a steal. It's a $300 gun and comes with all these amazing aspects of it. It's just really amazing. So I definitely recommend this gun. It will keep up with more expensive guns, and you won't be disappointed with your purchase. So that's the review in a nutshell. Also, I just want to thank PVB Misfit 12193. He helped me out with the review. Definitely check out his channel. He knows a little bit more about the gun than I do. He has a lot of videos on the G3, and I really want to thank him for that. So there will be more information on him right after the video. I hope you liked watching this. Please ask any questions you might have, and that's about it. So thanks for watching, stay fly, and we'll see you next time.
check it out. What's it all about? We're working out.